Good morning. Our first issue is SDG India Index, Sustainable Development Goals India Index 2020. This is released by the Niti Aayog. There are 17 SDGs under United Nations Development Program. These SDGs, they need to be implemented in between 2015 to 2030. Based on these 17 goals, taking 16 out of these 17, Niti Aayog has launched India specific index in 2018. That means 2020 index, which is released recently, is the third one. In 2020, All India score is 66. In 2019, it was 60. That means there is 6-point improvement in the SDG performance. The objectives of this particular index is one, to promote the competitive spirit, and two, to provide for development through the data driven models. Top three achievers in this particular index include Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Himachal Pradesh. Bottom three, that means worst performers under this particular index, include Bihar, Jharkhand, and Assam. This year, more weightage is given to the social indicators. Sorry for this. More weightage is given to the social indicators rather than the economic indicators like sanitation, health, etc. These were given more weightage as compared to the economic indicators. Next issue is sedition charges against the journalists. Recently, Supreme Court has said that sedition charges are levied against media channels, individual journalists, and others. This is the violation of freedom of speech and expression. This provision of a sedition, that is under section 124A of IPC, that should be used rarely, and journalists should be shielded from the sedition charges. That's the take of Supreme Court. And Supreme Court in this recent case has quoted this particular Supreme Court judgment, classic judgment, that is Kedarnath Singh versus State of Bihar case. In this particular judgment, Supreme Court said that strong words of disapproval of the government is not equivalent to sedition. Sedition should bring disaffection towards the government, and it should bring violence at the ground level. Otherwise, mere use of strong words of disapproval cannot be seen as the sedition charges. Law Commission of India, while reviewing this particular provision, said that sedition as a provision need to be there because there are certain elements, anti-social elements, anti-national elements to curb that we need sedition, but then it should be used sparingly. That's the take of Law Commission of India. Next issue is digital tax and related issues. Recently, United States, that is USA, has imposed retaliatory tariffs on 6 countries, which imposes digital services tax over the social media companies and other digital companies. And then immediately it has taken back that particular policy. Then what is this digital services tax? India started implementing equalization tax, that is 6% of tax over the digital advertisements. Last year, it has brought in this particular tax called digital services tax. Under this particular provision, all the companies, all the digital service providers, they have to pay minimum 2% of the taxes on the revenues that they gain in India, including e-commerce companies. All services are included. Earlier, under equalization levy, only advertisement revenue. Now, USA under section 301 of USTR, it said that these are discriminatory taxes. That's why USA need to retaliate it. But then recently USA is much vocal in OECD's Pillar 2 discussions, in which it said that tax rates in the local jurisdiction should be increased, tax havens should be curtailed, there should be a minimum globally agreed tax. That's the take of USA. But if it imposes certain taxes, retaliatory taxes on this, how can it negotiate in these forums? That's why it immediately taken back these measures. Next issue is rural health infrastructure. 69% of people, approximately 70% of people, according to Census 2011, are living in the rural areas. According to the recent HDA index, there are only 8 hospital beds for 10,000 people. That too, majority of them are in urban areas, not in rural areas. In rural areas, primary healthcare center shortage is there. infrastructure, diagnosis tools are not available. These are the infrastructural problems. But then many communicable and non-communicable diseases and their intensity is increasing in the recent years. That's why the way forward is to enhance the sub health centers, primary health centers, and community health centers in the rural areas, to invest more in the diagnosis tools. Already there are many programs which are trying to enhance the infrastructure in the rural areas, including Ayushman Bharat. Under Ayushman Bharat, we have primary health and wellness centers. These centers are working, and recently in the budget, government has announced a new scheme to enhance the infrastructure in the rural and urban areas. Next issue is with regard to IT rules. Are these rules overreach of the executive power? That's the question. See, recently cyber threats are increasing. That means user data need to be protected. B.N. Sri Krishna Committee, which has considered the data protection laws in India and suggested the data protection bill, also said that there are more growing cyber threats, data threats. In this context, encryption practices needs to be there, and it has suggested some other measures also. But then recent IT rules, they are said in breach of these particular guidelines. And user controlled encryption, that means end to end encryption, to intermediary controlled encryption, that means social media controlled encryption. These IT rules, as they mandate for the traceability, that means first origin of information, they are mandating for intermediary controlled encryption rather than the user controlled encryption. But if we consider the practical purpose of these rules, metadata, which is available now, is sufficient for traceability. That means there is no condition for breaking the encryption code. That means there is no need for breaking the encryption codes, but social media companies are arguing for it. And there is a major provision in this, that is, this is a delegated law. That means based on IT Act 2000, the government has formulated the guidelines. But then these are called delegated guidelines, but then these guidelines need to be approved by the parliament. If they have far reaching impact, they need to be approved by the parliament. But they have not put it in the parliament, they approved it as a delegated law. Definition is vague. Implementation issues can lead to breach of privacy. So this could have been passed as a law rather than a executive law. Next one, MGNREGS payments. Recently, Ministry of Finance has asked Ministry of Rural Development, which implements MGNREGS scheme, to divide the wages based on the caste. SC/ST separate category, others separate category. What is this MGNREGS? It's a minimum wage employment guarantee scheme in the rural areas. 100 days minimum wage employment guarantee is provided. Payments are provided through the DBT, direct benefit transfer. Contribution is the fund is contributed by central and state governments. Recently, caste categorization was suggested, and Ministry of Rural Development, when the payments are processed, it has to maintain separate data. And some people started criticizing that this is going to cause delays, etc. Finance Ministry has clarified that we are not doing anything new. We are just separating the data so that we can see, while preparing the budget, we can see what amount is used for SC/ST, that is vulnerable sections, what amount is used for other sections. For that only, there is no intention of delay. That's the clarification of Finance Ministry. Next issue is black carbon. Incomplete combustion of fossil fuel and biomass, this leads to black carbon. This gets accumulated over the surface of any region, including over the glaciers. And it is a short-lived pollutant. It is the second largest greenhouse contributor after CO2. Our third pole region, which we call as Himalaya, Karakoram, Hindu Kush mountain region, is called as third pole region. On third pole region, in these areas, black carbon depositions are increasing, because of which snow caps are melting, which leads to floods, glacial melting, landslides, soil erosion, etc. In this context, regional countries which are located in these areas, they should take regional measures to reduce this black carbon by addressing the transport related pollutions, by addressing pollution from brick kilns, etc. This can be solved. Next issue is recently NASA has announced that it is going to go for two missions for Venus. Venus is the second planet from the Sun. It is also called as twin of Earth because its a shape and size is similar to Earth. 96% of atmosphere of Venus consists of CO2. That's why it is considered as hell planet also. And NASA, as we said, it is going to launch two robotic missions. One, Da Vinci Plus, it studies the atmospheric composition. Two, Veritas, it studies the geological mapping of the rocks. And ISRO has also planned for a Venus mission in 2024. It is called as Shukrayan mission. Next issue is PLI scheme, performance linked incentive scheme. This is to enhance the indigenous manufacturing in India and to promote the exports, which also generates the employment. Under the scheme, government provides, that means respective ministry provides tax incentives and other incentives to the sectors that are recognized under this scheme. Overall, 13 sectors are recognized. Telecom sector is one among them. Recently, telecom sector rules, telecom sector related guidelines are formulated. Whichever participates under the scheme, they receive the incentives. Thank you very much. All the very best.